Success from poverty. The Jim Carrey story. Jim Carrey's success story is based on his poverty, which showed him the way to go and succeed. Jim Carrey quotes and life lessons can be found in this video. Jim Carrey has been on our screens in movies for 3 decades and, whether you love him or not, he has been extremely successful in building a career based on his natural humor and creativity. But it's not always an easy path for an actor. When we look at successful people, we often see them as lucky or fortunate, but is that really the case? For Jim Carrey, getting the life he has now was hard enough, and we probably won't hear about the courage and determination that are at the heart of the success story. We sometimes judge people who seem to have it all, or compare our lives to the life we want. But comparisons only lead to unhappiness, and we don't know the whole story based on achievement. This is why Jim Carrey should be a source of inspiration. He shows us some lessons we can apply to our own lives. Positive things can come from hopeless situations. Desperation is a necessary ingredient for learning or creating anything. When you are not in despair, you are not interesting. Our childhood is a time when our thoughts, beliefs, and future are developed and shaped. So, hard times can have a huge impact on us. When our childhood is spent in poverty, need, and sometimes despair, it can affect our outlook on life, creating limiting beliefs for ourselves and what we can achieve. Despite his enormous success, Carrey did not have an idyllic childhood. He suffered from ADHD and undiagnosed dyslexia in school. He had difficulty making friends, all of which caused him to struggle. His parents were poor, and at one time his family was forced to live in a van to make ends meet. Jim Carrey, meanwhile, was working while also attending school. But instead of using harsh conditions as a catalyst for struggle, he used his experience of desperate times to cultivate appropriate opportunities, a positive attitude toward his dreams and ambitions. Whether you believe it or not, you have a choice about how you want to look at life. You can let bad experiences throw you off track and influence your beliefs that life is not going to bring you what you want, or you can choose to use bad experiences as a solution to make things better for yourself. Determination is the key to success. When Jim Carrey decided to move to Hollywood to pursue his career in comedy films, he didn't have instant success. In fact, it took him 10 years before he took his first break. Despite being cash-strapped and exhausted, Jim Carrey did not give up on his dream. I believe that anyone can become rich and famous and can have everything they ever dreamed of. Motivation and determination are something we all have inside of us, but sometimes we find it hard to maintain them when what we want doesn't come as quickly as we thought it would. If you have a specific goal or dream you want to achieve, mark small steps. Keep moving, even if you don't feel like the movement is going in the wrong direction. Jim Carrey believed in himself and believed that one day he would achieve, that he would move to Hollywood. We can't predict life and all that it will lay on us, but we can believe that if we want something badly enough, and are determined to work toward it, success will happen. Determination is a powerful impetus to achieving our goals in life. Everyone struggles. Your need for recognition can make you invisible in this world. The risk will be seen in all your glory. Many people would be surprised to learn that the Hollywood weirdo has suffered from debilitating depression for most of his life. Many great and inspiring people who are in the spotlight secretly suffer from mental illness. It may seem a little ironic, but success and depression can live hand in hand. Jim Carrey is not ashamed of his sadness, and shows that fame, success, and being a funny man does not automatically mean he is happy inside. Jim Carrey shows that depression is discriminating, but he continues to fight it. He accepts that life doesn't always go smoothly, embracing negative feelings, and those negative emotions channel his energy into what makes him happy, changing his perspective to a positive one. Never assume that success equals happiness. Never look at someone else's life thinking they have something you don't, assuming they feel happy and abundant. No matter how successful a person is, they have struggled for it, and we don't know about it. Stop comparing yourself to others and seeing shortcomings in your own life. Instead, find abundance where it already is, even if it is small. Do what you can to help others. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency. Of himself, Carrey says he is a pretty contemplative person, constantly asking questions. Who is he? Is he happy? If happy, why does he have dark thoughts? Digging inside himself awakened Carrey's interest in dramatic roles. Fame and crazy popularity, however, did not spoil Carrey. In his life still occupy a lot of space, family and friends. He tries to help them in everything. The actor states, he is not as rich as is commonly thought. A lot of money he gives to charity, especially to the treatment of children suffering from serious illnesses. Poverty as a child helped Jim Carrey develop the type of mindset that cultivates the perspective of helping those in need. In 2005, he created a charitable foundation called the Better You Foundation, which promotes sustainable agriculture, allowing farmers and workers to earn a better living in third-world countries. Even though Carrey is a millionaire, a successful actor and can afford to help others, he should not do so. In fact, none of us should help those in need, but that is the importance of altruism, offering our help to others and expecting nothing in return. Helping to improve people's well-being and happiness is an important factor in our own happiness. Not all of us can do charity, but charity begins at home with family, friends, neighbors, and your surroundings in general. Taking a little time to get out and help someone who needs help is all it takes to make this world a better place. Jim Carrey's greatest words. Everything that happens in life is a materialization of someone's thoughts, I'm sure. They don't necessarily materialize literally, but somehow they do. A lot of people say to me, well, I thought I was going to win the lottery, but I didn't. Why not? And because you didn't really expect to win. A lot of things happened in my life just because I convinced myself as a kid that they would happen. I brainwashed myself. I brainwashed the world's mind. I simply told it that this and that was going to happen. Like Muhammad Ali, who at age 20 said he was going to be the greatest boxer ever. He couldn't have known it then, but he determined the future by his will. The flip side of fame? You can't steal from supermarkets, even if you really want to. I'm a hard man to live together. I'm like a tiger that rushes around in a cage. I like to stay up at night and wander around the house. Don't make me out to be something I'm not. I feel like I need to take care of everyone, and I get upset if I can't take care of everyone. And that's how I've felt all my life. I don't care when people think I'm an overactor, I just make them happy. It's like calling Van Gogh a super painter. With the years comes a tolerance for the shortcomings of others. For example, I would not care if my beloved has 3 heads. Provided, of course, that she has a good sense of humor, and if all 3 heads are pretty. However, that's okay, one of them might be ugly. The philosophy that man is the creator of his own universe is true for me. And I try every day to create it well. I like to go to bed late, and not because I take long walks, but because it's the only time I'm alone with myself. I think you have to be a little unpredictable in life, Otherwise you're not sexy. If I didn't take risks in my career, I wouldn't be a comic actor, I'd be sitting at home watching Leonardo DiCaprio do my character. Behind every great man's shoulder is a woman. I wish I was a great actor whose name would live on forever. I'd be proud of myself. But it doesn't have to be that way. You just have to be yourself. That's all. I want to love, and I love. And no matter how long it lasts, centuries or a moment. I chose the fans that I've been chasing like they've been chasing me. I don't do it all the time, and that's what's good. I am the first to admit that the paycheck is a thing that is virtually uncontrollable. And as usual, we're talking about work again. The good guys come last. I like to play with selfishness and insecurity at the same time. My cardinal rules of life. 1. Remember, if you're haunted by the feeling, life is going wrong, I'm not doing what I should be doing, then everyone will be wiping their feet about you. 2. Never take yourself too seriously. When my agent, my attorney, and my 2 managers were negotiating my fee for the cable guy, which was at my house, and we were on speakerphone with that party, so we were all dressed in white terry cloth robes a la Ace Ventura. Whether you are a fan of Jim Carrey or not, it is always good to learn from someone who has experienced hard times, succeeded, suffered and cared for others. Remember, you create your own success, no matter where you started.